Welcome to another amazing edition of the Crowdfunding Report, which is brought to you by the Indie Advocates Network and indieadvocates.com. If you haven't subscribed to indieadvocates.com, well, what are you waiting for? It's the site that is empowering indie comics and advocating for them. It is part of the Comic Initiative, comics standing for Comics Opening Minds and Culture. It is where creators bring their new worlds and we celebrate them for creating it. And we are dedicated to ending the reboot culture. Of course, this is the Indie Advocates presents the Indie Crowdfunding Report, also presented on Geek Radio America, which you can find my show. And this is a segment usually either the very beginning or very end of the actual show. I am on at 2 a.m., 10 a.m., or 6 p.m. daily. All right, now who am I? I am the Indie Devil or the Indie Advocate. What side of that coin you get depends on how cool you are. That's okay, though. Don't worry. Sometimes the Indie Devil's playful. Just be cool and you'll get coolness. All right, guys, let's jump right into our live browser and see what's going on. First off, some congratulations to be given. Exalum, 200-page sci-fi graphic novel, has funded. Congratulations. Beast King, 1 through 3. Action Science Fiction Adventure Series has funded. Good way to go, Shane Morris. What could use some more love? Always, because it's still on Kickstarter, is Alice's Colorful Wonderland.
Welcome to Alice's Colourful Wonderland. Hi, I'm Anthony Christou, an artist who loves to paint fantasy, fairy tales and surrealism. The Alice in Wonderland art series I've created has been a passion project for me for 4 years now. And since a child, I have loved reading the Lewis Carroll books and watching various interpretations on TV and film. I have created 4 new Alice in Wonderland artworks for fans, and I'm releasing them as special products. The new artworks include the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, the March Hare, Rainbow Cheshire Cat, and a new Cheshire Cat. Great news, I also have my existing popular 5 paintings on offer, making it a total of 9 artworks which will be released as special products. The rarest product is the archival 10-colour ink canvas print, which looks gorgeous. It is a fade-resistant, scratch-resistant and environmentally friendly canvas, and it comes in 3 sizes, 45 centimetres, 70 centimetres and 1 metre. All my Alice in Wonderland artworks that are landscape are also very rare and limited to only 200 that have ever been made. And my portrait-oriented Alice in Wonderland artworks are limited to only 500 canvases in total. What is exciting is that I also have metallic ink prints on photographic paper, and I'm releasing for the first time my landscape works exclusive to Kickstarter as metallic ink prints. What I'm also super excited about is that I have a new product for all, which is the keyring mirrors. I have 2 artworks which will be going on these keyrings, which includes the Cheshire Cat and the Mad Hatter at the beginning. As we hit stretch goals, I will be releasing new keyring mirror artworks, plus new illustrations. I'll also be giving Kickstarter backers topics to vote on for both the new keyring artworks and new paintings. I know you will all love these metallic ink prints and new canvas artworks, and I know these keyrings are going to be so cool. I look forward to seeing you on the Kickstarter. Thank you so much for your support, and I really look forward to sending out the goods to you all. Check you later.
Okay, guys, just as a heads up, make sure to like the page that's hosting us, the Indie Devil, so I can tag you if your Kickstarter's live. For some reason, you can't tag people that didn't like the page. But what you are going to like is Big and Tiny, number 1. right, guys, that looked awesome. Again, the music in it is acceptable because it was free for use music. I also want to give a shout out to Kickstarter, who's 10 years old. We forgot to say it last year on the program. Just wanted to say it this year. I am excited to talk about Chris Cole, sci-fi western outlaw turned hero, a sci-fi western about an outlaw turned into a bounty hunter trying to stop a group of extremists from ruining her town. No video here. They went straight for pictures. It seems to be becoming popular that people are skipping the videos altogether. One person who didn't skip the video was Travis Gibb with his Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies, issue 1 and 2.
Welcome to the Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies, issue 2 Kickstarter. I want to catch you up on what's going on. The story so far. Meet Randy in Denver. Randy just got out of prison, and Denver has been working for Mr. Washington for a long time. They've decided to do a job together and deliver a case to Miguel. This case was set up by Mr. Washington, but Miguel had other plans. Through a series of bad circumstances, Miguel hunted Denver and Randy down. Lots of guns, lots of violence, lots of F words. Gave us a broke down car and 4 very dead bodies. Welcome to the Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies Kickstarter. This time, with 1 extra body. Issue 2 continues right where the last one left off and introduces us into some new groups, like the Psycho 78s and their motorcycle gang. Miguel is making new friends with the Spanish gang, and our boys Denver and Randy are still trying to figure out how to get out of the situation.
We have loved meeting fans at comic shops and cons and through emails after our last successful Kickstarter. But now it's time to get back to work and get you guys issue 2. We have tons of rewards scheduled. At the bare basic, you can get Broke Down 1 and 2 for $5. You get the digital PDF of both. For $10, we'll give you Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies 2 standard cover. This will include the digital version as well as the Advocator, which has a 4-page Broke Down story. For $15, not only will we give you the standard cover, we'll also give you cover B, done by the very talented Rich Woodall, as well as all the things we said before. For $50, we have a collector's kit with our artist edition, which is limited to 200 copies. This was a big hit the last campaign. That gets you all the covers as well as a physical version of the Advocator, some exclusive art prints. It's really cool. We also have a $60 version if you want to catch up from last time. For $100, we have something super cool. We have a poly bag. So this is a sealed bag with a sketch cover that we've collected from the con scene. It'll also include 2 random covers. It could be the artist edition, could be the black and white noir editions, which aren't available on the Kickstarter. These are really, really cool and really, really rare. Or be in issue 3. For $250, you can be in issue 3. Join the Psycho 78, the Washington, and Kel. All of this is National Collector's Kit. What a great value.
Apologize for all the coughing. I don't know what's going on. I actually was getting over or am getting over the flu, depending on whatever stage it's at. But for some reason, I got like a tickle in my throat doing this right now. So next video, I think I'm going to walk away and just go cough up a lung and come back to you. We're going to leave you with Ruben Romero, and I'll be back in 3 minutes.
Writer of the Inferi comic book. Hey everybody, my name is Ruben Romero, co-creator and co-writer of the Inferi comic book. I just want to take a moment to say thank you for stopping by and checking out the project. Hopefully you love it just as much as we do, and you decide to pledge and come on this adventure with us. Me and Casey set out to create a book that paid homage to things that we love, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, supernatural, crime stories like Seven, and The Sopranos. All of those things kind of shaped our creative juices while putting this story together. We're going to go around the world. We're going to explore different cultures, different monsters, and how they shape those cultures through several crimes that are going to take our characters in this book on many different adventures. But most importantly, it's going to shape who they are.
So hopefully you guys come on this adventure with us and help make this Kickstarter happen. Thank you.
Hello, Kickstarter! My name is Casey Balker, and I'm the co-creator of the Inferi comic, along with Ruben Romero, who you just saw. We are so excited about this project. It's been something that we've been really working on for a while now. After doing a couple of our own successful Kickstarters, we knew that this was the platform to bring it to you guys. So Inferi takes place in a world where magic and monsters exist. It follows along 3 Quantico students and their professor across the globe as they track down baddies, solving crimes, taking names, all that fun stuff. We've got great ink by Rodrigo Catraca, who's been doing just an amazing job making those pages pop, as well as our colorist, Avery Ferdinand, who, if you can see below, is bringing that stuff to life, juicy life. So we've got a lot of great rewards. We've got t-shirts. We've got past comics that both Ruben and I have done, pint glasses, stickers. We've got, a bunch of stuff. We got some stuff up our sleeve that we don't even want to reveal yet because we're super, super excited to share it with you. But this is going to be a fun ride through the next 30 days, and we need your help. We need you to bring our script to life and get it into your hands. And we're really excited about the project. We can't wait for you guys to join in. So reach into your hearts, your horror and sci-fi and comedy and mythological being hearts, and help us help you with Inferi. Thank you guys so much.
All right, guys, speaking of something awesome, check out Conceptual Heist Cyberpunk Tech meets Jazz Age style. Come on, monkeys, play that footage.
It's the year 2090. Gemma Heist is about to steal one of the most famous paintings in history from a space station 350 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. Do you want to join the heist?
Hello, I'm JDC, writer and co-creator of the webcomic series Conceptual Heist. For 4 years now, Matt Gagnon and myself have been telling the story of Gemma Heist in the webcomic strip Conceptual Heist. Now that we've completed the first story arc, it's time for us to bring you the book in print. In the year 2090, Gemma Heist is an heiress, museum curator, absentee VP of a security company, but most importantly, she's about to take crime out of this world. She may not be Robin Hood, but she's getting there. Matt and I have come to Kickstarter to fund the coloring, printing of book 1, and to bring it to a larger audience. We aim to bring you the 136-page trade paperback and other rewards like signed prints, original art, and the annotated script book as a creator commentary. And if you stay tuned to the Kickstarter, we'll be announcing lots of cool rewards during the campaign and our special stretch goals. By funding this project, we'll only be months away from taking this book from the web and placing it into your hands. This is your best opportunity to get the adventure in full color. So choose your reward, back us on Kickstarter, and join the heist. You waited around. So, you waited around and hoped for some outtakes.
Hi, I'm JDC, writer and co-creator of Conceptual Heist. I am your father.
You owe Mom child support! Never mind.
This is your best opportunity.
What is it?
Boobs.
There is.
That's gonna be cut.
Please back us on Kickstarter. Please back us on Kickstarter. Seriously. God, he's so short.
All right. Let's check out Elk Mountain Part 1. Take it away, Jordan.
Hey everybody, Jordan Clark here, writer and co-creator of Elk Mountain. I'm here to give you kind of a quick rundown of the project and all that good stuff. So Elk Mountain is a comic about Valor, who is an immigrant superhero from Panama. His parents move here to give him an opportunity and a better life, but they have to flee the country, so he gets left behind in Elk Mountain, Wyoming. And it's kind of like if Superman never left Smallville, so he's kind of this big-time superhero in this small town. And everything's going great until, very recently where we see the shift in the way that we view immigrants as a country, politically and socially. And where he once was this inspirational figure, and now people are kind of fearing him and questioning him. And he's kind of looking at the situation where immigrants are being, locked up and detained and separated from their families, and kind of trying to figure out, where he fits in this country and, what kind of hero he wants to be. So it's an examination of kind of how, fear can tear communities apart, but also hopefully how, we can kind of bring things back together. In terms of rewards, we've got a lot of great stuff to offer you. I'm offering basically all of my comics for people who want them. I've got a digital anthology about the internet and identity and how all that stuff, bounces back and forth off each other. I've got a collection of short comics, The Black Experience, which is in the Library of Congress, which is pretty cool. I've got Still Not Equal, which is based on a James Baldwin essay. I've got Obeah, which is a story about African witches and the Salem witch trials. Vince has his story Page Turn, which is about mental health and superheroes. So a lot of great additional comic material. We're also doing comic tutorials, teaching people how to make comics. So if you're somebody who's just interested in how a comic book is made, or if you're somebody who is making comics and wants to get some more additional, background and information about that, I'll be doing one on writing. Vince will be doing one on art. Brittany will be doing one on coloring, and Hassan will be doing one on lettering. So just kind of giving you a complete, in-depth look at the creative process and how we go about doing stuff, and hopefully that's helpful to other people. Vince will be doing commissions. You can get drawn into the book if you want that. And yeah, hopefully, this is a project that, people can get excited about. We're really excited about it. We really love this book. We really want to get it out into the world. And hopefully it will be something that can kind of inspire people and give people a little bit of hope in these times. So check us out. Hopefully, you're into it as well, and we can make this thing real. Thanks.
All right, guys. That sounds pretty interesting. Not too political, so it fits right in with our stuff. No angry hate mail on that. He was very respectful. This is Ruby in the Planet Oz, which he watches some of the movies, so we have to fast forward it.
Hi, my name is Kyron Silva, creator of Shaman's Destiny and Saw the Lightning Walker. Today I'm here to bring you my third series, Ruby from Planet Oz. Ruby from Planet Oz is a 6-issue black and white miniseries written and drawn by myself with inks by the talented Larry Haynes. It details how Ruby was abducted on Earth and taken to Oz, then shows her growing up and launching the final battle against the Queen of the West. I'm here on Kickstarter to get the necessary funds that are needed to pay the crew that are putting this book together, cover the cost of printing all the rewards, books, things like that, and to make sure that you have the first chance of getting this book. Now, besides the book, you have an option of getting variant covers, mini prints, mini pop figures, t-shirts, custom art from sketch covers to sketch cards, and more. So this is your chance to get on the ground for one of the most exciting books you'll see in 2019. Now this book has already started production. We've already done a few pages. We're already along the way. So hopefully once this actually gets funded, it won't be too much longer after this to get the book. Now there will be an option to upgrade the book to a color version if we get the right amount of funding, but we can't do that without your help. So please take your time, look over the rewards that are on this page. I thank you for listening to this crazy video, and I hope you have a great day.
All right, guys. Oh.
Ruby from Planet Oz will be a. Ruby from Planet Oz. Now I can't. Ruby from Planet Oz is a 6-issue miniseries that is going to be written. Dang it!
All right, so let's get off of Oz and check out Lido. Cybergirl Lita, issue 4, Magnified 5 series is now available. The adventure continues. Lita has new allies against tyranny in this sci-fi manga style adventure. And this is Book of Laxia, Seas of Change. Do you think you know the story of gods? Do you? Well, welcome to the New Realm. Welcome to the Nexus. This is mythology reimagined. I'll tell you what, this is amazing art. I absolutely love the art in this. You know, I never asked. I always assumed Aaron was the writer, but I wonder if he's also the artist. Because that is some awesome art. Check that out. I love the color mixture too. The color palette used for this is amazing, so it makes it kind of jump out at you. The Temple of the Snake. I can't tell if those are meant to be dragons or cool dinosaurs. I'm digging it. And Aaron will be part of our workshop in Emerald City Comics on the 26th of May. So we're excited to see you guys out there. All right, guys, check out below.
Hey, I'm Chuck Pinar, and if you're here, that means you found our cool little book, Belial. About a year and a half ago, my good buddy Sean, he pitched me this idea. What if the original creator of Hell, Belial, were to be usurped by Lucifer, and now Lucifer runs it, and all he wants is to take it back? That was a kind of cool idea. So I said I'd think about it. And then I came back to him the next day with a comedy. And Belial owns a bar. Any sane publisher would have dropped me like a sack of potatoes right there and then. Sean knew me. And he was ready for the weird. So we went ahead and we made that book. And now, everything you see in front of you, well, that's the fruit of our labors, my friend. Anyways, we would really love for you to check out Belial. I think it's probably going to be one of the funniest things you get to enjoy easily this year on Kickstarter. Anyways, we're really glad you're here, and we really hope you enjoy what we've got. To a kick-ass Kickstarter. Cheers.
All right, so now let's talk, kids. Why aren't you back in this? This is awesome. All right, I'm gonna jump in here. We're gonna go off script for a minute. It's my show. I'll do what I want with it. Don't judge me. All right, so this is the awesomeness that is this project, and I just want to show you the cool art. See that little dude? That little dude is Link, man. You got to know about Link, and that we all know about Belial. He's over there. Got some other people, but the person I'm interested in is Link. He's a smart-mouthed imp that's 10 feet tall, at least in his mind, known for his loud mouth and don't give a fuck attitude. And that I am reading, so I get to curse on this show. He is he is as quick to crack a joke as he is to fight. Link doesn't know how to back down, and he is Belial's ever faithful follower. Once flesh, he has been turned to stone after taunting an angel. Belial returned him to life, but left him as stone to teach him a lesson, to which he could care less. After all, being made stone is pretty badass, especially when throwing a punch. Love it. All right, before we get into people who helped to make all this possible, here's a sneak peek. Check it out. I like the toning of this, the different shades that are used. It's not really a black and white. It's something more. It's something unique. Kind of digging it. And here are some of the rewards. Let's check out the creators behind this over here. We got Sean Barber right there. You got the Chuck Man with his usual hair, rainbow, of course, to represent his choices in life. Greg Warnachek, who's the penciler, And there's Scott Wilden, who is the letterer, and apparently trying to break a wasp's house. And the awesome Wendy Gale is the editor of the actual project. So you guys, why are you not backing this awesomeness? You know what? Take another look. We're going to take another look.
Hey, I'm Chuck Pino, and if you're here, that means you found our cool little book, Belial. About a year and a half ago, my good buddy Sean, he pitched me this idea. What if the original creator of hell, Belial, were to be usurped by Lucifer? And now Lucifer runs it, and all he wants is to take it back. That was a kind of cool idea. So I said I'd think about it. And then I came back to him the next day with a comedy. And Belial owns a bar. Any sane publisher would have dropped me like a sack of potatoes right there and then. Sean knew me, and he was ready for the weird. So we went ahead and we made that book. And now, everything you see in front of you, well, that's the fruit of our labors, my friend. Anyways, we would really love for you to check out Belial. I think it's probably going to be one of the funniest things you get to enjoy easily this year on Kickstarter. Anyways, we're really glad you're here, and we really hope you enjoy what we've got. To a kick-ass Kickstarter. Cheers.
All right, so now how would you guys like to actually talk to Chuck for a few minutes about the awesomeness that is this program? I know I would. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play the next video, and in the meantime, we're going to try to get him to come play. And the scientist we'll come back to because I need a video to stall. Take it away, Dan. This is Chicken USDA Rejected.
Hey everybody, this is Dan Noakes from 21st Century Sand Shark Studios, and you are about to watch the promotional clip for the upcoming Kickstarter project and comic book, Chicken, USDA Rejected. This here is Chicken. Back, buddy. And enjoy and support us.
I'm just going to kill the music because I didn't get to check it yet. I forgot to, so we're just going to look at some coolness. Play like cool 1920s music. I don't think there's anyone talking. Nope, no one talking. So we're good. We're good. Good. All right then. All right. Sorry, I'm trying. I hate that they have this new system that is horrible on YouTube. I might actually have to extend it a bit to get rid of it. There we go. Sorry if that's interfering with your video loving, but I'm trying to get something cool for you people. Be appreciative. Ooh, pulse. Oh, gratuitous sex. Now I'm definitely in. I didn't know it was like that. Hello, nurse. Oops. You guys got a whole face full there. All right. I'm going to have to check the Chuckman out because I think Chuck actually just texted me. Nope, that's not Facebook. That's not Facebook. The Chicken USDA Rejected. Let's see. We're going to try to make this happen. My messenger's not reading right now, so I actually need it to read. There we go. We're so close to having Chuck on the show. What we're going to do... Oh, Rumble Kings doesn't have a video either. Does no one have a video on the rest? Okay, we'll do Why Faith, and then we'll go back over everything. We didn't have videos. All right, so here's Why Faith.
Have you ever wondered why we're here? What is the purpose of this place, of this creation, of you? My name's Jack Holder, and I'm the editor of Why Faith, a collection of short comics dedicated to answering that very question. Why we have faith, why we don't, what that means for our lives. In this book, you can read stories like finding faith in eating a nectarine, new takes on the creation of the planet, in futuristic and absurdist content, doctrine that hurts, and heals, and loves, and so many lonely people. reaching out into the dark and asking if anyone is there. These stories are created by some of the most amazing people I've been honored to work with. People like New York Times bestselling author Paul Young and Jodi Lynn Nye, Eisner Award winner Trina Robbins, USA Today bestselling author Russell Nolte, and dozens more, all striving to answer this question of why with love, compassion, and no small amount of humor. I'm here asking you to please check out our book. The project is completed and finalized, but we need your help to make a full print run. Clicking the link below will take you to a 30-page preview with 7 of our stories. Check it out, enjoy, and then please back our project. We have some amazing rewards. The anthology and an adjoining art book, deluxe behind-the-scenes glimpses that you will not see anywhere else, even being written into the next story from Jodi Lynn Nye. So many more beyond that. Thank you so much for watching. It is amazing that you are joining us in this journey of faith and discovery. We wish you all the best. Thank you, and happy reading.
You're welcome.
I feel like I need a cigarette after he's done talking that way. Like that guy, like, that's passion, dude. You can't bottle that. All right, let me just read off the rest of these Kickstarters and we'll get into Belial. There is Jay Allen presents The Scarlet Knight, Defender of the Block, issue number 2. Don't have a video for this. This is Scarlet Knight, issue 2 is the next contribution from 2923 Comics to the comic book world. And then we have My Kingdom, a panel. It's a Shakespearean anthology. How cool is that? A comic anthology featuring the works inspired by William Shakespeare. Rumble Kings number 2. I don't know why he didn't have a video. He had a pretty good video for the first one. This is issue 2 of Rumble Kings. Already 60% funded. Only launched, I think, yesterday. So he's doing great. And then The Scientist is back again. No video. This seems to be a trend. I think people are giving up on videos, which I think's a big mistake, by the way. Do not give up on the videos. I like Chuck's video. Chuck did a great video. The Scientist 1 through 3, dangerous young action adventure comic. The young science prodigies are the lab rats in a deadly experiment. Have they finally found the way out? And it's a weird show today because I didn't have a lot. Not only it suddenly like went away. Like a lot of Kickstarters just cleared the way. Sucks because I haven't been able to get Barbara out yet because Barbara is at the printer and I didn't want to go live until I fulfilled everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to get the books. The books are at the printer. It's not that I'm late. I'm actually just early. You know that. I wanted to get this book out. I'm excited about it. And I've never said this, but I'll say it on this show. MegaCon will be the show where I retire Fetish Baby as a brand. We're going to be having a blowout sale. Anything that has Fetish Babies written on it will be 50% off, if not more. It's more of a get rid of it, bring in the new stuff. So that's pretty much where we're at with that. I'm trying to get you guys to see Chuck on the show. So tell us, Chuck, what's going on with Belial?
I don't know, actually. I got some really. I'm just a little surprised at kind of how slow it's sort of taken off. But it's a freaking awesome book. I'm really excited about it. We got a lot of stuff going on. Haven't been able to push it as hard as I want to, but I did do something really cool. Do we have a video feed showing right now?
Yeah, you're on. You're officially on our video feed.
Well, I did show this off to some of my people, but I ended up making this.
Hey,
and it's actually
Chuck.
It's that preview.
Chuck.
And I'll have it at MegaCon. I'll have it at MegaCon and Comic Palooza this weekend.
Chucky, I gotta run outside. You have the show for a minute. Tell them about the book.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Come on, let's go.
So I made this really cool book, and I'm going to be showing it off at conventions, and I'm really hoping that you guys will enjoy it and check it out. It's kind of just another way for me to hopefully get other people to take a look at it. Supposedly, it's hard to get people to jump onto Kickstarters at conventions. I would like to prove them wrong. A lot of times when people say, "Hey, I'm going to prove them wrong," they don't. So we'll see. I'm not too dedicated to it, but I'd love to see that happen. Let's actually talk about Belial. So Belial was the original creator of Hell. He's actually from a lot of the early, like Dante's Inferno and all that kind of stuff. And he created Hell. And so when Lucifer comes down, Lucifer takes it over. And so our idea, Sean Barber's idea was that we would make a book about Belial coming back and taking it back. And I turned it into a comedy and had some fun with it because for me, demons are a little too close to home, a little too real. So I wanted to have some fun with it and play with it. So we have Belial and his little buddy Link, and they are in this issue going up against war. And so that's the bad dude that you see right here on the cover. I can show that to you. This, as we call it, our Hold My Beer cover. And he faces against war, and basically every issue he has to take down another member of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse in order to get his powers back so that he can take back Hell.
So let's talk about it. Why black and white? Or what is this, grayscale? Because this is more of a grayscale, right?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. At first, I'll be honest, it was an expense. Like, we weren't sure that we could afford color, and so we just decided that we would try doing just a black and white book, and we thought it would work that way. But when the grayscale wasn't something, or the gray wash wasn't something that we originally were going to do, but Sean was just never happy with his inks. He just felt like he was just drawing over what had been done. And so when he finally did that gray wash and showed it off, it was so beautiful and so unique that at this point, we don't even want to do color. I'm just not sure. We had originally talked about doing color as a stretch goal, but at this point, I'm thinking we can just straight up just put the book out as is, because it's badass and it looks really fucking good.
Well, let me ask you, does the book have to be printed in color because of the grayscale?
I do believe so, no.
Oh, okay. One of the things that you could do, and I'm doing this, I don't know if I told you this, but I know you're the editor on it, but for Heroing by the Hour, that's actually going to be more like Sin City. Not exactly colored, but it'll have color, you know what I mean? Like a lipstick will be red and all that. And I wanted to do it because I felt like it would really matter. And looking at your book, a little splash of color here and there might not hurt it.
Yeah, it's a thought. I mean, at this point, we're gonna probably aim for black and white because it is a lot cheaper. But if we do end up having to print it in color because of that, then yeah, we might add some reds in there just because everything will pop.
What about the page count? What are we looking at page count wise?
32 pages.
So this isn't even a regular size comic. This is like a comic and a half in the current industry standard.
Yeah, that's why we are charging $5. A lot of people are like, $5 for black and white. Yeah, but it's 32 pages. So
yeah. Now let me ask you: you ever think about making Link like that Pixar character? Meaning that he has like his own short at the beginning of every book or at the end of every book?
So actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because we made Link's origin, and it's a 4-page story, and it's already done. It's actually in color, and we're going to add it to the digital package.
You should put it out in the Advocator.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea at all, actually.
Because this is out in 2020, right? But we could get you in the Advocator right before this releases, so people could get a taste of Link.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all, actually. Yeah, I'll talk to the boys. I think that's a really good idea.
Because the Halloween one's going to have a lot of monsters stuff to it, so that would be the perfect fit for it.
Well, yeah, if that's an aim, yeah, I would love to have it in for that. Because actually, we want to have the book out. I know it says 2020, but the real aim is to try to push it out for Halloween. I just wanted to give myself a lot of room.
Yeah. Well, this day and age with printers are becoming such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, we had the problem with the Advocator. Really. We had the problem with the Advocator, and it wound up costing us money. For those who don't know, the Advocator became a thing. Well, it would have been a thing no matter what, but it wouldn't have been as good a thing for the creators. because it was looking bad for a while. We had collected money. Some people had backed out at the last minute. It happens. Notice that I didn't go off and threaten anyone that they weren't getting their books or that I was going to make it suddenly in a black and white book. No threats were made. What we did is we sat around, we talked, and we offered we told the creators, hey, listen, you can put in extra money, get extra copies, or this will be the standard amount everyone gets. It was a lower number. But when everyone pooled in money together, it was me, Frank, Chuck, Travis. And remember, I'm not in the book, but I ponied up $400 to make this book, make sure it got the light of day. Everyone's getting 75 copies, which is unheard of. It's unheard of to be part of an anthology and get 75 copies. The people, I think, what did we put in? $60 gave us 70 extra copies, everybody? 75
I believe so.
copies? Yeah, because yours are getting delivered to my house, actually.
Well, and that was the other thing for me. I was like, you know what? If it makes it even cheaper, just have mine go to you, and I'll pick them up, because it would have been nice to have them for this weekend at Comic Palooza, but I'd rather wait the extra week, save everybody some money, and debut them there.
Well, you wouldn't have had them. We're hoping to have them for MegaCon. We should have them without a problem for MegaCon. That's the goal right now. But I don't have them to go up to Three Rivers with in Pittsburgh. Which is, the reason is, there's a good reason though. All of our backers were taken care of first.
Oh, good.
So all of our backers got their books. You could not complain about that. The first people in this project who should have gotten it were the backers. So I'm excited about that. So everyone who got the Advocator is going to get that. Now, here's the question. Why isn't the Advocator in your rewards?
That's a really good question, actually.
You should have the Advocator. You could get away with putting Barbara Unleashed. You could even have all the original Fetish Babies titles as they're being retired one last time. Because that'd be a good crossover at Belial because of the torture you guys are going to have. And if you need anyone to write a torture scene, you know who to call.
Yeah, right? I was almost wanting to do a fun scene in the second one with the St. Andrew's Cross, because now I know what that is.
You got to make it like demon-like. You gotta make hell kick ass. You know.
You know what? I actually I'm excited because for those of you who don't know, I'm actually gonna go next weekend and I'm gonna go see one of the fetish clubs, and I really want it to inspire me because for issue 2 I would love to have a fun torture scene, and I'd like it to be fun. And so to see everything that's going on and you know, be able to see the play and all that and turn that into something, I'm kind of excited to see what that inspires in me. So I have done my best to actually not research. I want to know as little as possible when I walk in there.
All right, we're getting some comments, so let's take a look at some of these. I know you can't see them, so I'll read them.
Okay.
I think this is, it's from my watch party. So you can, unless you're in my watch party, I don't think you can see them. Ruben Romero says cell shading. And Ruben Romero, by the way, has that Inferia. Is that how you say it? Did you do the news last night?
No, I didn't.
Chuck, you suck. You're Tuesday.
Oh, you suck. Yes. Suck. I thought we were doing the Indian. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You got time tonight. Do it tonight. I was going to do it after this. You do it tonight, and then I'll do like Friday on the road.
Okay.
So you haven't seen Inferia. That's the reason I was asking is I actually put it out the other day for Ruben. We put as now on crowdfunding. I was wondering how you pronounce it. I keep forgetting it. I think it's Inferia.
Inferia sounds right because it's like Inferno. So yeah, Inferia would be about right.
Okay, yeah. So he's the creator behind one of the creators behind that. He said he says the cell shading looks crisp, which it does. Jeff Weber says, I can't stay long, but just wanted to say, hey, no video for my comic either. I just haven't had time to make it. Okay, so he might make one because he's been swamped with the with work. He says he's going to do one on Thursday. Great, so that's good news. So Jeff will actually have a video, which will be cool. Ruben Romero said that's an amazing transition. We might have missed where that was because I didn't realize people were commenting, honestly. Autocorrect is going nuts Thursday or Friday. Grayscale is black and white print job. See, it depends on the printer because I have heard that Grayscale sometimes isn't black and white because sometimes black and white is just those. You don't really get a lot of color. Depends
maybe that's just for some of the printers that are trying to get some extra cash out of you.
Oh, I'm sure, but you also think about gray ink. You know, you do have to mix in. But in all honesty, gray ink is just white and black put together.
Yeah.
It's a shade of black. So like you said, it's probably a printer. Maybe Jeff is right about that one. I don't know. I've never seen grayscale printed. When I print books, like, look, I did a black and white book. What's the first thing I want to do? I want to put a little bit of color in it and make it look cool and pop. I'm like a little kid.
Yeah.
I can't just do a black and white. Even you saw the color version of, no one will see it. Like for the Advocator, you guys are going to get a tease of what the colored version will look like for my story in the Advocator. You'll get one page in color, but all 4 pages are colored. That's being saved for when I release it. So the cool thing about the Advocator is we're showing you work early that we're going to use later. So if you're like me, you're going to show your fans 2 different versions of it, which will be pretty cool. And if you're like Chuck, you're going to let us see Link months early before his book finally gets shipped out.
Heck yeah.
Because we're going to the Advocator is going to roll faster now. We have gotten a good partnership with a printer down here in Cape Coral, it seems like. So we will print the book in my hometown. I am not letting anyone else ship it out again. It took them a month to ship out. I paid for the book a month ago. It took them a month to get it all done. I do not like not having that control. I like to have the ability. Because this time it's my turn. Last time Travis was the project manager. Did a great job.
Yeah.
We had problems. I'm not at all saying something bad about him. This is not a reflection on Travis at all. It's a reflection on the problem we had I don't want again. So I'm going to be hitting this hard. And I'm going to be making sure we don't have that problem.
And what's kind of funny is that with Belial, so many people. I mean, I'm a little. I guess I'm surprised that fans haven't jumped on it because creators have been so excited about it that they've been making things for it. So like Max Battistella, he jumped on and he wrote a story for it that's going to be in the book. Donna Anita Black ended up drawing something that's going to be in the book. Tam Thuy ended up drawing this really cool Link print that is in the Kickstarter as well. And then Michael Orr, he and Sean had been talking a lot, and he wanted to do a 2-page for Belial. He's like, I want to put a 2-page Belial story in there. And I just randomly one night got a message from them and said, hey, in the next couple of days, we need a 2-page story for you. We're not paying, you don't have to pay for it, but it's 3 panels per page and we need something cool. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah, can you do that in a couple of days? And I'm like, okay, let me think about it. And I pounded out something that was really fun. That was a lot of really funny to me. And I gave it to them. And now they're making it. So yeah, people seem to like it a lot. We just need to give it that signal boost and let people catch on.
You know what you got to do, and if you want to put this video, you can put this video in there. I think you guys got to explain it a little bit more because I know a lot about it, but when I look at the Kickstarter, it looks cool, but it doesn't give me a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not giving me the conflict. The first thing you need to do is give me a conflict. If you guys have a fight scene like this hospital thing, I'll be honest with you, and this is nothing against you, I'm instantly bored. I don't care about someone dying. You know what I mean? Like, that whole thing bores me right away. I don't want to get engaged in it. But then this right here, where Link is here, I'm instantly hooked. If you started this right here, higher up, I think you'd be better off. You know what I mean? Stick with your strength. This is an important part, though, because, of course, because it's Chuck, I read it. And it's really well written, and I like it. You know what I mean? But just as a fan, it wouldn't draw me in. Until the Reaper. The Reaper would get me. But you know what I mean? Like, you want that kind of bounce up to do something with it. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense. I totally get that. Maybe show off some more, some of the later fight scenes and stuff.
Yeah, and where's the giant cover where Link's holding the drink?
It should be on there. That's our variant cover.
No, but where is it big, I'm saying? Why isn't it right there, right on top? First thing they show. Under About, you need to put that cover. Because you need to own them right away. The minute they see it, they need to be like, shit, I need this book just because of this cover. Wow. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because that's a cover. I'll be honest, man. I'm not big with alt covers, but I would. I actually did back it. I think for the alt cover, didn't I, or did I just back it? To be honest with you, I don't. I got the Demon. Yeah, I just backed it to back it as a place mark. But no, I'm gonna be getting that cover. That'll be what I'm getting. A lot of times. I'll just back it to have it to send out the signal right away when my friends go, because I won't have time to read it. I think I was literally driving Jax to work when you went live with this, or to work, to school, or to his speech. So I just backed it to back it. But that's what I want. Honestly, like I like this cover. I don't like the lettering. I'm not in love with the lettering because have you ever actually tagged, Chuck?
No.
Yeah. Whoever did this, the lettering never tagged either. That's not how you would look in spray paint. So that kind of bothers me. There's a certain way it looks when you tag. I'm not skilled enough. I've tried, but that's not it. That kind of bothered me. So I definitely like the other cover. Although I think Link is cute as hell. I do like Link in that.
Maybe we'll just decide that Link is bad at it.
That's fair. That or he just don't give a fuck. Because I like that too. I love the fact that he just does not care, and I love that. I actually think you should rename the book Link, but I know it's too late.
Well, I mean, I like the idea that, you know, if you follow the whole narrative of the story through all 5 issues, it is very much about Belial, but, I mean, people are going to fall for Link through it, and we're open to doing more stuff later on, and I have no doubt that a Link book will come up at some point.
Now, I've got the perfect reward level. You got to hear me out on this because it's just perfect for your thing. Here it is. The Indie Devil PDF pack. It fits yours perfectly, and you could put every book that you edited for me, including the first, people will get the first shot at Cat Dad and Supermom on PDF. A non-released book could get you something shockingly good. And that could only help me when we release the book because people will be able to actually read it and tell people how good it is. So I'm okay with that.
Wow.
Because that'll do it. Because then you get the fetish book, which everyone's going to like who's into this Belial stuff. That's an easy crossover. You get the monster book, which fits with Belial. You get the newest book, Cat Dad and Supermom, something that we're talking about. And me and you are co-creators on that one. So it only makes sense for it to be part of something that's there. Plus, you throw in the Chuck goodness in the Indie Devil thing. You put it out there for $30 because it's important, and you slap them a free copy as part of shipping.
Dude, yeah. Well, and we're talking about that'd be a full PDF, right? That would just be a digital?
It'd be all my PDFs, except for your book. Your book, the printed one, would go to them. Everything else would go to them.
Okay.
Now, if they wanted to buy a book, they can make an offer, and I'd be happy. If I have it in stock, they can have it, and we can upgrade it. No, you can tell them. You know, if you want a printed copy of the Fetish Babies, one of the last ones, we can work that out. You know, because I think you got a couple copies still left.
I do. I can easily send them one.
Yeah. So it's not like you don't have the books. So more power to them. You know.
I don't know if you noticed, but I went for the Indie Devil look myself. Got the haircut.
Yeah, I'm growing. You want to know what's funny? I'm growing the beard because I don't want to be the only guy at the table without a beard. I want that to be Joel. So I got the whole beard coming in. So because you'll grow a beard in like a day. Like you're like one of them wilderness guys who just wakes up in the morning and shaves off the beard.
I shave with one of my swords. So
hold on, my son Jax just got home. You take over the show for a minute. Tell him about Link. You haven't really explained who Link is. That's a great origin.
Okay, I can do that. So yeah, Link. Link is he's from actual mythology. What's really fun about Link is I was trying to research like archdemons, someone who could kind of work as like a sidekick for Belial. And so I looked stuff up. I looked up archdemons, and I wasn't finding anything that I was very happy with. And so knowing that kind of stuff and loving D&D and that kind of stuff, I looked up imps. And I found a tale of the Lincoln imps. And so the idea is in Lincoln, England, there is a cathedral that has stood since the Middle Ages. And in that town, and especially on that cathedral, there's imps instead of gargoyles everywhere. And this is a huge deal. And the story that goes along with that is that at one point in, I think, like the 14th century, the 13th century or something, the imps were set free from hell. And they went across the countryside and they were wrecking things and just generally having fun their way. And so they're all over the place, and they're inside the cathedral. They're breaking the stained glass, or throwing rocks, or doing all this stuff. And an angel of the Lord leapt up from the Bible, and he started turning all of the imps into stone. And so one of the imps turned to him and started to make fun of him and threw a rock at the angel. And, of course, the angel turns him into stone and leaves, and that's the end of that story. But that was not the end of our story. I continued that on, which you will find out when you get the digital version, which will come with the Link origin story. And so what is really badass about that to me was that this was an imp. Imps are like 1 or 2 feet tall, who had completely zero fear of an angel, God's word. And I was like, there is nothing more badass than this little bastard who's afraid of nothing. And so I took that and I turned that into someone who people have just fallen in love with. Even I've fallen in love with them. So, yeah.
You know what? I really like Link, and I want to see Link brought more. What would you think about with this Indie Devil package that we put together? We give them that book that me and you are working on right now that's going to be in beta version. They can actually get a look at it for the beta version. The brand new one I made over the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
The unreleased book.
That'll be ready in time?
I'll be ready with it for a beta version because we'll have the beta version. Basically, you're editing the beta version. Once you're done with that, we can send it out because I'm printing it. This is something that doesn't. For those who don't know what we're talking about, Barbara Unleashed has a brand new 4th issue, and it's all about how to play safe, and it's about a BDSM checklist and survey, which is kind of interesting. So it goes into torture, which should go perfectly because now you'll learn how to torture your special person at home. But this is how much I believe in it in this project, is that I'm giving you guys 2 things that, I believe in on top of everything else that I have, because I believe in it this strongly. And I believe in what Chuck's doing. I think this is going to be a great book. I don't know why you guys aren't necessarily about it yet, but I'm gonna make the devil's gonna tempt you, and he's gonna give you some stuff. So. And he's going to let Chuck do it because, it's all about paying it forward, working with each other, and making sure that people get funded. And, I know that I could give out 100 copies, and I know I'll get 100 more people from it. And that's just how it is with me. You know what I mean? I'd love you guys to see the PDFs of it. I'd love you get to get the story of Lincoln. Oh, yeah, it's not Link. It's Belial, right? That's the name of it for now. Soon to be called Link when... And I'll tell you, I'm trying to convince Chuck to somehow have a crossover between Link and Belial in the Advocator, because the Advocator is.
I'm interested. I'm very interested.
The Advocator is not canon, so you can play outside of the realms of the rules of your books.
You know what the thing is that I think with certain books, like for me, it's very important for me with Welcome to the Void to stick with canon. I don't want to do things that are outside of canon. I want to be very serious with that one, but. Belial is a lot of fun. So you can definitely go out of canon and have some fun with that one. So because that option's there, yeah, I want to try it.
And with Barbara, she does have that serious Barbara Unleashed thing, but Barbara Plays kind of opens doors for her to be able to go into these things. And I'd love to see them wind up at like a fetish party, and she thinks he's a midget, not realizing that he really is who he is. And he's there just to watch and enjoy. Humans torturing each other.
I would love to hear her talking about how good his cosplay is and start asking it for advice. Like, how did you do that stone? It looks so good.
I could just see him like, bitch, I'm rock hard.
Feel it. It feels real too. Feel all the way down, girl. All the way down. Show me the spot.
Yeah, but anything that I can do to help with this, I want to see this get funded. I'm all in.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll make that happen. I got some updates to make, anyways. So that's perfect.
All right, Chuck. I'm gonna let you go. We're blast this out. When you do the news, just talk about Belial. Make it a special about Belial, man. Just be like, this is indie news. A lot of stuff going on the site, but tonight it's all about Belial. Screw it. Pump it, man, and tell them about the stuff I said. Tell them like the devil's actually giving you guys some stuff to tempt you to get this because I like the story. It sounds good. It makes me feel homesick. All right, guys.
All right, what happened, man? Thank you so much.
You're welcome, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. See you soon, buddy.
All right, guys. So that's it. This has been the Indie Crowdfunding Report. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the Indie Devil and the Indie Advocate. You can find some great stuff that I'm doing that's going to wind up on the Belial Kickstarter. Go out there, back an amazing project, and get some amazing stuff first time ever. You guys are going to be able to get your a special look at Belial at Barbara Unleashed #4. No one is going to be able to see it on Kickstarter for months. You guys are going to get a first look, all because you're part of it. You're going to see the beta book. You're also going to get the first dibs at Cat Dad and Supermom's story. That is something we're going to be kickstarting soon, but I want it out there. I want you guys to be able to have it in your hand. We'll send it out to you as soon as we're done with the book. You'll have it. It'll be a PDF, and it'll be yours, and that'll be awesome to get it to you. So do your due diligence. Get to Kickstarter. Back that project today. Let's make Belial come out of hiding. All right, guys. I will talk to you next week on the Indie Crowdfunding Report.